and today I have drugstore dupes for you guys. So I've been working on this for a while and I'm so excited, and I actually had a lot more, but I narrowed it down because I was like, you know what, I want these to be true dupes, not like kind of, or you know what I mean? So these are my favorite dupes. I own both the high-end version and the drugstore. They're both so interchangeable and I'm so excited to share them with you guys because you guys know I don't make a lot of money as a teacher, so I'm always looking for cheaper versions of expensive stuff. I know you guys are too, so let's go ahead and dig right in. All right, so the first thing that I was really excited to share with you is a dupe for a MAC lipstick. This is MAC's Cream Cup, and it's one of my favorite. It's just a really nice neutral pink color. And I've loved it for a long time, but it's kind of expensive. MAC lipsticks are, well, no, they're totally expensive compared to drugstore lipsticks. And then I fell in love with this Maybelline Color Whisper, and it's in the shade Lust for Blush. And again, it's another nice neutral pink. And I've loved both of these separately for a long time. And I only just recently realized, oh my gosh, they're the exact same thing. And so here in these swatches I'm showing you, the bottom one is MAC's Cream Cup, and the top one is the Color Whisper in Lust for Blush. Both of them have about the same sheen to them, the same color, and they both look the same on my lips. So I love both of these. Honestly, I end up reaching for the Color Whisper more. And that was how it was even when I didn't even realize these were dupes for each other. I really love this Color Whisper, and I love the formula too. Okay, so the next thing is eye primers. And I have loved the Too Faced Shadow Insurance for a while. It's not my ultimate favorite, but it is really good. But I end up usually going for like a cream shadow over one of these types any day anyway. But the Too Faced Shadow Insurance is really good. And of course, it's more of a liquid cream than like a potted cream. And you just put it all over your lid and it holds onto your shadow all day. And it really does work really well. Well, the Wet n Wild version, now this is the Wet n Wild by Fergie, and it's the Take on the Day eyeshadow primer. These are the exact same product. Like, part of me is like, are they genuinely, like, are they made in the same place? I don't think they are. No. But, I mean, they are literally the exact same. They perform the same way throughout the day. I literally did a test with these where I wore the Shadow Insurance on one and this on the other, and they both looked exactly the same at the end of the day. It was amazing. This one, pretty darn expensive. Now, this is just a trial size, but the full size, pretty expensive. The Wet n Wild, way cheaper. So, certainly recommend just pick up the Wet n Wild one. Okay, so the next thing are, I want to say concealer, but it's not liquid concealers, it's like powder concealers. I have loved this Bare Minerals concealer in Well Rested, and so many people talk about it, but it's pretty pricey. I think this pot is like $18. And I love it, and it comes with a decent amount of product. However, that's a lot of money for that. Now, I don't think I'll ever run out of this, which is kind of nice. So, you know, when you spend the $18, it's not going to expire anytime soon, so it'll last you a while. However, it's an expensive first purchase. I found the e.l.f. eye brightener, and I have it in the shade Buff. These are totally dupes for each other. They both have the same color. I think that the e.l.f. eye brightener in Buff is a little bit lighter, but they have different shades of this, so if you wanted one that was a little deeper, you could do that. These are really inexpensive, as we know about e.l.f. products, and the Bare Minerals, of course, is more expensive. This has been a monthly favorite of mine in the past as well. The e.l.f. one is really absolutely the same. It wears the same throughout the day. They both prevent kind of creasing, and you can wear these alone just to do a little bit of lighter coverage, but I like to wear them to set my regular concealer. But either way, you can use them, and I love them both so much. The one difference is the Bare Minerals has an SPF of 20, and this one does not have an SPF. However, really, I don't like to wear too much SPF under my eye, because if you're getting flash photography taken, you know, if you're going out, this is going to show up a little more like a white cast under your eyes, and this one won't. So that's something to keep in mind when you're going out and you're wearing one of these. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, so now the rest of my dupes are eyeshadow dupes, and these are the ones that I'm the most excited about, I think. So, one is a dupe for the MAC Pigment in Tan. This is a cult classic. It's one of their most famous pigments because it's absolutely gorgeous. And this, of course, is just like in a little pot my friend gave me, because the full-size pigments are much bigger. But they're expensive, and you know, how often are you going to use a pigment? But it's so absolutely stunning. It's this beautiful bronzy gold color, and it's just absolutely stunning. The L'Oreal Infallible Shadow in Amber Rush is exactly the same. And here's the swatches here. The bottom one is the MAC pigment and the top one is the L'Oreal one. They are absolutely stunning. They both wear the same. They're both a loose pigment, so they're really similar in that respect as well. I kind of like the packaging. Of course, this is just in a little pot anyway, but I like the packaging of the L'Oreal Infallible ones because they're easier to deal with. Most pigments are really just tricky. They get all over the place. They're hard to pat off. This is genius packaging, and it keeps it all compact when you're traveling too, which is really nice. Okay, one of my favorite shadows in the universe is Urban Decay's Half Baked. I have Half Baked is in both the original Naked palette and the Naked 2 palette. That's how widely loved it is. And I ended up buying it in the old packaging really cheap, like someone was having an Instagram sale. So I bought it in the single form as well because I bring it with me every time when I travel. I just adore this gold shadow. It looks so pretty on the lid. But then I found this, which is another L'Oreal Infallible shade, and it's in Eternal Sunshine. And again, I love the packaging of this. Of course, the Urban Decay one is a pressed shadow and this is a loose one, so that's something to keep in mind. However, so much cheaper, and they're the exact same color. I mean, look at these swatches. The bottom one is the Urban Decay, the top one is the L'Oreal Infallible. They look the same, they wear the same. I just adore both of these, and these I reach for both because, you know, they're the exact same. The last dupe I'm going to share with you guys is one of my original pranksters. I love Stila Kitten, and it's one of the most beautiful shadows. Of course, my packaging like fell apart, which stinks. And I've actually had to repress this because it's so pigmented. It's almost like, it's a pressed shadow, but it falls apart really easily. It's very crumbly. So I've had to repress it quite a few times, but it is the most beautiful shimmery champagne shade ever. And it's so like, bam! And so it's hard to find a dupe, or at least it was for me for a while. And so I eventually crumbled and bought this. However, I've since found two different dupes for you. So one is L'Oreal Infallible. I know you're so tired of them, but it's in the shade Ice Latte. And this one is absolutely stunning. And the other one is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Brazen. Now, if you look at the swatches, Barely Brazen is on top. Then the middle one is the Ice Latte L'Oreal Infallible one. And then the bottom is Stila Kitten. You'll see that, honestly, Ice Latte I think is a better dupe for it. It's just as pigmented as Stila Kitten. So I think these are the closest, but I wanted to mention this one too because if you don't want it to be as stark, this is a really good option for you. And this one, the Barely Brazen one, is buildable. So you could build it 2 or 3 times to be as pigmented as Stila Kitten. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys to watch. I know it was a lot of fun finding these dupes for you guys. Really helpful because I know we're all like not made of money, and there are some people that have so much money and they can buy all kinds of high-end products, but I can't. I know most of you guys can't. So hopefully this was wonderful. If you'd like to see another one of these, let me know and I can keep my eyes peeled for more dupes for you guys. In the meantime, please subscribe to watch more, and I will catch you guys soon. Bye.